All right, welcome back into the Newport This Week video podcast series. I'm Bill Bartholomew. Today we welcome John Andrews, and we're talking about an issue that resonates globally right now, and that's efforts for relief in Ukraine. And specifically today, we're talking about what I guess we can summarize as Jamestown Ukrainian relief efforts. So welcome to the podcast. Thanks for your time. Give us a summary of the initiative and what you're trying to achieve with this project.
Well, thank you so much, Bill, for having me on this. So the Jamestown Ukraine Relief Project is a community platform for a variety of efforts that we as a community can support to provide humanitarian relief to Ukraine, to raise awareness in the community and in the area about issues around the invasion of Ukraine and the human needs there, and also to serve as a resource point, not a primary, but for primary point of contact for local immigrants who have arrived here in Rhode Island. We that's not the last point is not our specialty because we work with Dorcas International, and Providence is really the agency that does the best work with that. But we're part of a number of community organizations that also help with that work.
What would you say right now is the greatest need? I mean, how to even frame that, right? When you see some of the anytime you have any kind of war situation, needs resonate across the board in every way, shape, and form. But what have you identified as the most direct action that you need to undertake right now?
So yeah, I mean the needs. You're right, Bill. The needs are overwhelming in many respects, and we, as a local community-based organization, we have limitations on what we can really undertake effectively in terms of raising funds and in terms of really kind of promising what we can do. One initiative that we have been the co-founders of is an initiative called Sunlight Ukraine. And I'm going to show you the lanterns. These are solar-powered lanterns that we provide to families in Ukraine. We've sent over 3,500 of them so far, and they're really a nifty product. We've got a deep discount with the manufacturer who's helping us with this, and with shipping companies. The gist is that this is a solar-powered lantern. You can see there's a solar cell on the top and a port actually that allows you to charge a cell phone from the batteries inside. And these things, we see this as a small need that we can help meet for families that have been hit with the blackouts due to the Russian bombing of the power grid.
Yeah, what a great idea. If you don't mind, just because you have your background blurred, if you could hold it up like right in front of your face, because
Sure.
It's kind of fading in the there it is. I mean, that's the focal point of this conversation in many ways.
Right. Yeah. We've spent about half the funds we've raised on sending these to Ukraine. There have been a lot of donor interest specifically in this product and this project. And talking to sailors in Newport, the sailors often use these Lucy lights, they're called, to when they're cruising and so forth. They're very it meets an immediate need for families who are blacked out and in darkness. Unfortunately, we can't do much about the heat situation for them, but we can do this for light and connection.
It's massive. So, how did you get involved in this project? Was it just a call to action that you kind of became aware of not kind of, but you became aware of the conflict, saw pictures on television and in the papers and said, "Hey, I gotta get involved," or was it something else?
Well, I would say right when the invasion happened, we had just some folks in the community and churches and so forth who basically felt just we got together to sort of talk about feelings and how do people feel about this? The beginning of the largest land war in Europe since World War II, and the consequent fallout from this. And the initial response was that people felt very discouraged, very frustrated and furious, and kind of disempowered. And we began then to have some conversations about, well, how can we really, building on our sense of community, as you know, Jamestown in particular is a very strong community, and as is, Newport and other communities nearby. How can we use that sense of community to actually build a plan to act and to act effectively to address this situation? And so conversations began around that. We formed a 501c3 organization. This Jamestown Ukraine Relief Project is a 501c3 for tax deductible donations. We had Senator Reid come in as our leadoff event to speak to us at the beginning of May last year, and we've had probably about a couple of probably 15 or 20 different events and activities since that point. So we're very active. We've got more events coming up that are available on our website, and certainly through the coverage that Newport This Week has given us, we're on your calendar a lot.
Well, that's a good thing, and it's something that I think, no matter what your position is in anything in life, helping people who are in war-torn regions is something that most people would probably feel compelled to at least offer moral support, if nothing else, if not actually donate. So what is that website? What's your call to action for people in the community who are seeing this, reading about it, and say, you know what, I want to get involved in this initiative immediately?
Yeah. So our website is Jamestown Ukraine Relief Project.org. And we welcome volunteers at any point. You can contact us through the website. Just email us at the website, and we would be delighted to keep you up to date on what we're doing. As I say, there's an upcoming events page on our website. We also have planning meetings on a monthly basis for future work, and certainly donations are always welcome.
What's been the most rewarding part of this for you?
For me, the strongest part of it has been a sense of the strong community and support of the volunteers. I've met a lot of new people that I've lived in Jamestown for many, many years, but I've met a lot of new people. And the thing that really buoys me is the enthusiasm with which folks have come together on this issue, and just a very, very powerful experience. That's uplifting, and in the midst of the painful experience of watching what's unfolding in Ukraine.
Right. Harnessing the power of a really strong and beautiful community on Aquidneck Island, on Jamestown, throughout the region, and trying to send that energy either monetarily or morally or however to an area that is in desperate need of it right now. That's kind of the summary, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the best experiences for me was our Sunflower Festival last August to celebrate Ukrainian Independence Day. We'll have another one this coming August, and it's a chance for Jamestown to welcome our neighbors from Ukrainian churches and elsewhere in the state and more broadly. And we had a wonderful time last year. Fortunately, I hoped that we were going to break even. In fact, we raised $6,000 net on that festival, and we're looking forward to doing it again this year. So keep an eye out for that.
Really great work, John Andrews, Jamestown Ukrainian Relief Efforts. It's a nonprofit. If you want to get involved, you heard the call to action. Let's give it one more time in case somebody's listening to this while they're driving or something like that and want to hear it again.
Yep. Jamestown Ukraine Relief Project.org.
All right. Thanks a lot, John.
Thanks so much, Bill. Really appreciate it.